Okay, can anybody hear me now? Okay, can anybody hear? Yeah, everybody in the stream chat, tell me if you can hear me. Okay, thank goodness. Alright, everybody, so sorry about that. Those past 2 times. We are now going to be playing Wonders of Sodor. And, yeah, so I've been playing this for a while now. My friends on Discord could tell you that. And, so I guess... First we'll be playing Gordon and the Troublesome Trucks. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I've already done a few, like Thomas Goes Fishing and Thomas and Birdie and Percy's Troublesome Day, but there are still a bunch of other stories I haven't done. So yeah, we'll start with this one.
Gordon
also, hello Dodge
and the Troublesome Trucks. Maintenance is an important part of keeping a railway running safely.
Hello,
Tracks
Diesel.
need to be fixed and points must be mended to ensure the safety of people and engines. Early one morning, Sir Topham Hatt arrived at Tidmouth Sheds to make an important announcement.
I still love the atmosphere of this play. I know it's overly realistic and it's kind of weird.
Done on a section of the main line between Marron and Kelsthorpe Road.
But
so I've
it's...
decided
I don't know, the atmosphere looks good. Topham is the weird one, the humans are the weird part.
The work is complete.
But this whole game looks great.
This means that many of you will have to do different jobs.
Also,
so
hello,
we can
Alex.
keep things running smoothly. But I'm sure you will all manage. Thomas and Emily,
Jace, you got
please
the
look
Jace
after
DLC,
the
hell yeah.
And make sure
awesome.
they can still reach their destinations without confusion or delay. Yes, sir, replied the engines. Percy, I need you to run Thomas's branch line. Yes, sir, he replied. Then Sir Topham Hatt turned to Gordon. And I have an important job for you too, Gordon, he said. The workmen need some supplies delivered to the work site. So whilst the other engines are busy, I will need you to deliver them. But sir, what about the express? Unfortunately, we've had to cancel all express trains whilst the work is being carried out. We can't have high-speed trains passing through an area that's being repaired. It's just not safe.
What?
Cancel?
Damn.
But sir, you can't cancel the express. It's the most important service on the island, and far more important than delivering some trucks.
Henry, Edward, and Toby, and yeah, really,
now,
why
Gordon,
haven't they added
I
Edward
know
and
how much
Henry?
the express means to you.
Well, I guess I get it because
Far
they have to
more
start with a
important
limited
right now
amount of
that we
characters,
get the
but I'm
line
sure
repaired as soon as
this
we
game
can.
is pretty popular right now.
You
I'm
can
sure
go
they will
back
add
to pulling the
DLC.
express once the work has been completed. Oh, if I must. And with that, Sir Topham Hatt turned and headed off to attend to other things.
Yeah, exactly, Gordon.
What's Sir Topham
Gordon,
Hatt?
you even said in Season 1, I like some quiet work for a change. Like, what happened to that? Actually, that's more on
He's
Audrey,
just trying
really.
to make sure that the railway keeps running smoothly, and that all of the
They should
passengers
add
can
more
reach
diesel.
their
Yeah,
destinations
why is
on
diesel
time,
the only
said Emily.
well, the only diesel
We all
here?
need to
Like,
make the most
shouldn't
of this
I really
time
think
while
there should
repairs
be
are being
more?
carried out. And
At the
besides,
very
Sir
least,
Topham
give us
Hatt is
Daisy
doing
or
an important
Mavis.
job.
They would have
I
been
thought
able
an
to fill that
important
slot
engine
by.
like you would appreciate that.
OMG, it's
Goods
good. Yes,
trains
it's
are
the big
just not
express
suitable
engine
for a
himself.
grand engine like me, Gordon went on. It wouldn't be dignified.
Again, that's not what you said in Season
That's
1,
enough,
Gordon.
said his fireman. Come on now. The workmen are expecting these trucks to be delivered, and we don't want to delay things any further. Oh, all right. The sooner we get this job over with, the sooner I can be back pulling the express.
Oh, okay. Come on, yeah, come on, Gordon. Oh, thank you, Alan. Oh. Ooh, I'm so cross at everything. Dude, the atmosphere of Sodor looks so real. I will give Dovetail credit here. They did a really good job with this game. I will actually say this though, I did notice in some cutscenes, the engine's faces didn't change when I think they were probably meant to. Oh yeah, according to, I think somebody on Twitter pointed this out, this is here when I don't think it should be. The ability to change the character's faces here, like, right now, I can make Gordon happy about pulling trucks, or I can make him mad about it. Or I could have him look at something. I don't know if that's meant to be there. I'm not sure. But if it is, I think it's pretty cool. And I just realized, yeah, Gordon, you're going way too slow. Oh. Oh, wait, no. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it does that weird thing. I don't know why it tells you to stop and wait, only for it to just turn the green light on. Or the green arrow. I think the thing to understand here is that this game is still in development. Well, not still in development, but it's only just come out. I think they are going to add more characters in the future. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I found out, if any of us found out that, I wouldn't be surprised if any of us found out that apparently, yeah, well, sorry, what I'm trying to say is, I wouldn't be surprised to find out if Mattel sent all of the CGI assets over to Dovetail. Why did I say Dovetail? And, yeah, if that is the case, though, I'm sure they're going to update the engines and make them actually work. Or, I mean, just, like, updating the model. Oh, the indignity. Try changing the character. I don't think that's an option. At least I'm not sure if it is. Oh, okay. That was cool.
Gordon was still sulking when he arrived at the yard.
Also, if you hear background noise, that's
The trucks eyed him with interest.
my living room TV.
What's this
It's my
great blue galloping sausage doing in our yard? They shrieked. We want a proper engine like Henry or Edward.
Oh, you see that, people? They mentioned Edward and Henry.
Stop that, called Gordon. You have got me today the fastest engine on Sodor, and I'll have no nonsense from you.
We'll give him nonsense.
Come along, sip it. Oh wait,
They
oh,
chuckled
that's
to
a
each
reference.
other.
I think that's a reference to
But
Percy's
Gordon
predicament.
didn't hear them.
All right, come on, Gordo. Oh, I'm holding. Am I holding the stop button? No, I'm not. Oh no, everybody! Edward and Henry were killed. That's why they're not here. Dodge confirmed it. Edward and Henry are dead. Oh god, that's actually sad. That is actually sad knowing those two are dead. Express coming through. Also, I think at some point in this game, I don't know what story it is, but apparently Duck and Oliver are mentioned. That's at least what the wiki says. Not too sure about how that works. Well, I mean, I don't know what story it is what I meant. Effort Harbor looks amazing. It's so awesome how they base literally every bit of this off Audrey's map, or at least every location. The design, I don't know if it was from Wilbert or not, or if it was from Wilbert's map or not, or if they just designed it on their own. But either way, the island Sodor looks amazing in this game. Okay, yeah, I'm going under the speed limit, so that means I gotta speed up. My god, I hate Willing Bridge trains. It was a mix of all three. Okay, you know what? That explains it. That explains it. Oh yeah, because the suspension bridge was a TV series edition, I think. Unless it was in the railway series, I think it's not. I don't think that story would have actually worked here, because there's not really much action. I mean, it would be cool if there was like a level where you had to pull Thomas out of the mine. Or if you had to crash Thomas into the mine, that would also be pretty cool. But I don't know. Oh yeah, and going back to this face thing real quick, there appears to be an option for speaking, but when I hit that, nothing happened. So that leads me to think that this was, in fact, something that was left here by accident. Or maybe it's something for the future that Dovetail's planning, I'm not sure. Again, somebody on Twitter pointed that out. I don't remember who though, but it was apparently something that you could do. And that I am convinced was left in. Oh, we're approaching. Slow down, Gordo. Yeah, I think that is something else I know about these crashes, about the crashes in this game. The engines just fly off wherever I honestly find that. And that's another thing I kind of find annoying. Like, in story modes and stuff, it gives you like a checkpoint, I think that's what it is. and then it makes you stop. I guess that just, or I guess maybe it is just like checkpoints. The stations act as checkpoints in the stories. Bro, the mine should be like a ramp and fling you up into... We already have enough of that. Every time an engine crashes, it always just makes you get launched into the air. Which realistically would not happen. It would more than likely be just as violent as that. Who would win in a race between all engines in this game? In the game, Thomas, Percy, James, and Diesel. Probably Gordon, because he's currently the fastest engine in the game. That would be my guess. Then again, though, all the time I have played this game, all the times I've played this game, or at least recently, I've noticed James is kind of fast. He's actually a little faster than how Gordon goes. Like, even when he's on like 25%, he goes real fast. And that is a little weird to me, but I guess that would say that, or that would confirm that James would probably be faster. And I actually have some things to say about the James DLC, but I'll get to those when we get to one of his stories. I'm all hands on deck for Thomas. Yeah, I mean, he was able to outrun Spencer in Hero of the Rails. So, yep, stopped a little too quick. Or stopped a little too late. Oh, never mind.
Soon, Gordon reached the bottom of the hill. As he started to climb, he noticed the train felt heavier and realized the trucks had started their tricks. Hold back, they cried.
No, you don't. James and Gordon would be the I guess, yeah, if the two fastest engine, realistically, and the fastest engine in the game, that would definitely be a competition, I feel. I know some people have complained that James being the DLC engine is kind of odd when they could have chosen someone else and made James just a regular edition. But to be honest, I think James being DLC just makes him better. Like, he's James. He's awesome. I think he definitely deserves to, I think he definitely deserved to be the, DLC engine. And like I said before, I'm sure with the popularity of this game so far, I think we definitely will get more characters.
Gordon struggled on. Finally managed to reach the top of the hill.
Oh, God, is he gonna run away? Yup, knew it, I'm stopping!
Cried the trucks,
or trying to stop.
They surged forward, pushing Gordon down the
God,
hill.
the shocked faces in this game. The shading on the eyes is especially what drives me nuts. At least for Gordon's face. Also, he doesn't even look shocked. Am I the only one who thinks he looks excited? Or does it just look like his mouth is just stuck open? Alright, I'm keeping myself measured here. Stop the train before you crash, okay. the indignity. I think the reason Thomas is the one with more enemies is because he's the main character, and no other character really has any type of quote-unquote enemy. That's a decent enough speed to go in. Oh! Okay, there's a stopping point coming up, or maybe that's just a... Well, I'll have to see. Oh, there's actually construction going on there. Okay, that is closer than I thought. Yup! Oh boy. Oh. Well. At least... that is one thing I will definitely give this game credit for. At least they added checkpoints to the stories. That is something I can appreciate.
Gordon struggled on, finally managed to reach the top of the hill. On, faster, faster, cried the trucks, and they surged forward, pushing Gordon down the hill.
See, when his face is positioned like this...
Please stop!
Cried Gordon in alarm.
When his face is positioned like this, he looks fine. But then like this or something like that, he actually looks like he's kind of happy about it. Again, I don't know if I'm the only one who sees that, but... Okay, yeah, I'm slow. I'm absolutely slowing down. Well, I need to slow down. Day of the Diesels and Misty Island, they're interesting concepts, especially Misty Island, but the execution is not very great. I mean, I will tell all of you this, I actually love the nitrogen, well, don't love it, but I do like it. I do really like it, I would say. But the thing is, I'm not exactly a fan of some episodes, of course, but I do think the specials at least had stuff going for them completely.
Well done, driver. You stopped the trucks. I'll have no more trouble from you trucks, said Gordon firmly. We have got these goods to deliver.
You always have to spoil the fun.
They don't seem too bothered by that. Yeah, see, they don't seem too bothered by that. Alright. Just forward.
Gordon soon arrived at the worksite, and the workmen were pleased to see him. Thank you for bringing these supplies, Gordon, said a workman. Now we can finish up these repairs.
You're most welcome,
puffed Gordon proudly.
That's not what the dialogue says.
And with that, Gordon headed back to the sheds.
But you
to
know what? I'm
tell
not
the
gonna knock
other
them
engine
just for that.
about his
I'm not going to.
truck-filled day.
This game is pretty good. Well, there we go. Oh, the indignity. Alright, what story next? Coastal. I do see a line going down there. Don't know if that's indicative of something for the future, but more than likely isn't. But still. I also noticed this, yeah, I also noticed this town up here, if that's a town. Again, there's a lot, this map has a lot of indicators of stuff that might come to the game soon. So, Shunting Showdown. Jack Frost. Daily Express. James and Linda. Okay, which one should I do, guys? Should I do first class engine? Yeah, should I do... Should I do first class engine, Emily and the Express, Jack Frost, Shunting Showdown, or should I do James in the Van? Which one of those would you say? James in the Van? Okay then. James in the Van it is. I think the fact that Thomas didn't apologize to Percy in the end was because maybe he felt like he didn't do anything wrong.
James and the van.
Well, no, because... No, because he actually
It was a
saw
frosty
Percy
morning
upset
on
a
the
bunch of
island
times.
Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold
Little West,
and tired,
again,
and
Little
wouldn't
Western.
stop complaining. I couldn't duck or
Yup, there it is, Duck and Oliver.
A splendid
Duck and Oliver
engine like
intervention.
me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks. Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train. Good, James replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
Because you miss one day and you have to crack it.
Alright. Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Also, again, if you hear anything in the background, that's my family. I'm streaming on a time when it's usually busy at the house. Didn't even respond back to me. Christ, Percy, you don't like me so much to the point that you literally don't respond to me. That's ridiculous. And I should probably be paying attention to straight, shouldn't I? I will absolutely say, of all the engines in this game, James has the best model, I think. Because of course, like, one, he's he's red. Red always, his red paint always has a splash of color wherever he goes. Just like the Hero Riders Bible says. And second, I love the detailing that they added to him. And third of all, I am very happy that they scaled his model down, and that he doesn't sound, no, sorry. And the fact that he's not too tall, like his CGI model. Then again, his cap, oh god, yeah, look. Wait. It doesn't match when you... What am I looking into? I can't reach up there. Is that an actual steam engine thing, or is that or just a general engine thing, or is that just me? always have to stop at Knapford for this stuff? Am I the only one who finds that weird about the stories? I mean, James was always supposed to be short. It was just the CGI model makers who made him not short. And I just went too far. Ah, well. Loaded a checkpoint. Grow up, James. What? Just grow. Why? Dang, why are you being so rude to James's driver? Come on, James. He's really not whistling at me. Hey, this wasn't his face before, and the... Well, I guess it is just a retry. Yeah, see, look at this. Look how fast it took for... Look how quick it took for James to speed up. Like, he's actually fast. And look how fast it's taken for him to, Look how fast it's taken for him to slow down. Like, James actually has some good power here. I do like that the red wheel spin. The red wheel that spins when you load is literally just Rosie's. I did not notice that until you pointed it out. I remember when you pointed that out, and I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, that is Rosie's wheel." Actually, shoot, could that be an indicator she might appear in the game? Probably not. Just because a character is mentioned or is referenced doesn't mean they're gonna appear. But I do think that Edward and Henry and Toby will appear soon. In fact, I know people have always been saying, like, I want to know what Edward and Henry are going to look like in this game if they appear. Well, I'm honestly more curious as to what Toby would look like, because they could actually make him look genuinely like a J70 Tram. And I think that would just be awesome. And I am slowing down right now, so I don't overshoot again. Oh, when is James going to diet? What? What does that even mean, Dodge? You saw me whistling, didn't whistle back. Wow, James. I mean, wow, Percy. We need Molly. I mean, Molly has not been relevant since I think season 11. We need I think Spencer would be a great addition to this game. Like, legitimately, he would be awesome. Okay, I'm going a bit too fast here. And considering it's snowing, I do know the ice will make the rails slippery. It would be cool, but you can only put so many, like, characters into this game before it just becomes overloaded. But then again, like I said, I am at least convinced that Mattel gave dovetail all the CGI assets so they can modify them. Okay, I really need to slow down. Why does this angle remind me of Thomas Terrence in the Snow? Okay, yeah, you know, I think, yeah, this is a good speed. Good there, Alex. Rebecca, I think they might add Rebecca. Like, of all characters, I think she would be the one they would add. At least in terms of big world characters. They probably will add Nia, but I'm not sure. James, reach that spot. There we go. Lamps just make engines look silly. Goodbye, Percy. Thomas crashes into snow. Yep. Yes, he did. There we go. Oh my god, yes, got perfectly that time.
Soon they arrived back at the yard. James was still feeling rather upset, and as he stood in the yard, the icy wind swirled around his smokebox. Bother this cold weather.
Are you
he
happy
shivered.
to turn blue? I wouldn't want to be a blue
Right,
engine.
said his father.
Red is more
I'll
splendid.
jump down and uncouple the trucks.
Maybe they
Then
could
we
add
can
some
go and fetch the coaches.
They might add some international
He
engines.
walked over to the
I mean, I
coupling and
wouldn't
tried
be
to
surprised if
uncouple
they
it.
did.
But try as he might.
Well, maybe a little,
Not
considering.
What's
I mean, they
going
looked at
on
Audrey's
back
map.
there?
I think they are
James.
basing it more off the
I'm
TV
going to be
series
late
than
for
the
my
railway.
passengers.
Well, no, more off the railway series and model
there seems
series
to be
than
a
that.
problem
But
with the coupling.
I
said
don't know.
the
Like
fireman at
anything's
last.
possible.
It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us. What? Exclaimed James. Paul
The
might
way he
turn and
reacted
this
to it.
horrible van
What?
too. No, I won't. What would the other engines think if
Yellow.
they found out?
That's not a splendid colour.
Great, grumbled the van. Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day.
Lamp oil, rope.
Oh, come
Oh wait, no, that's not my
shouted
James
the
voice.
fireman.
Lamp
We
oil,
must remember
rope,
the passengers.
bombs.
We
You
can't
want them?
keep them standing
It's
out in
yours,
the
my
cold.
friend, as long as you have enough red paint.
Fine, groaned James. The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed.
That is probably not a great idea. Sorry, Percy. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little... Come back when you're a little... richer. Or more splendid, I should say. Oh yeah, he doesn't look too happy about that. Okay, yeah, I probably should have learned from previous... What sound did I just make? 'Cause I have no idea. Yeah, see what I mean though? How fast James goes? Like, he goes real fast. Grumbled the coaches. We want a proper engine. We want a proper engine, not a red monster. Punch the coach. Well, too late on that. I've already coupled up to them. so freaking angry. I don't want to have to pull them. I'm so angry. Yeah, this really looks like season 1, at least to me. I don't know, I think it's the yard setup, or it's the layout of the station. And I am slowing down. I just realized how fast I was actually going. Okay, and I just missed a shot. Okay, yep. I wasn't expecting that to be there, so... Come on, James. Very good. Oh, now I have to... You know what? You people wanted to see me crash James. Yeah, I already failed the signal one. I'll do it. I'll crash James into the coaches. There are collectible... Yeah, I actually did complete the books and whistles one. I don't know how I did the whistles one. Well, I will admit I actually did just look up a tutorial for that, but the books I actually was just able to find on my own. Alright. Y'all wanted to see me crash James? I'll do it. Right. Alright, who's ready? Who is ready to see James crash into the Express? And you know what? I'm actually going to change James's face for this one. Why am I having trouble saying that? All right, let's crash, baby. Here we go. Oh yeah! James isn't even cross about it. Do the mission with no code. Is that even possible? I'm actually gonna try this without the coaches. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna try this without the coaches. Okay, does that actually work? Does that, like, break the game or something? Oh, wait. Wait, actually, come to think of it, I actually did just realize... So the stories do require you to use the coaches, so... Or at least, like, opening the coach doors and stuff, so maybe I probably should just... Henry, no... Dodge! Should I really dodge? You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it without the coaches and see what happens. It's just James and his van friend. And you don't have a name, do you? Yeah, the van don't have a name. You know what, Van? I'm gonna call you Joe. Okay, so you do need the coaches. Okay, yeah, apparently you do need the coaches. Okay. Well, that failed the mission kinda, so... It's the crazy van from me. Oh yeah! We'll call him Brewster. We'll call this guy Brewster. Alright, so yeah, I guess James and Brewster are gonna James and Brewster need to couple back up to the express, it seems. Alright, come on, Brewster. Alex, I already punched it once. I can't do it again. It was pretty cool, though. Ah, I see what we have to do now. Actually, you know, his name should probably be Wilson because I kind of don't get that, but you know what? Yeah, we'll call him Brucein. His name's Brucein. Or actually, you know what? We'll call him Wallace. Wallace the van. Alright, Wallace. Oh.
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train,
I
he
can
was
literally
surprised
just
to see
see?
that the passengers didn't
Just
take
open and
much
close the
notice
doors,
of the
that's-
van.
The game glitches are
That's
fun.
good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then
They're
maybe
probably
none of
going
the
to,
other
James.
engines will.
There we go. The reason why I just said Wilson is because Gordon is blue and his van is called Brewster. Oh, and you're saying like James's van should be called Wilson because Wilson was red. Yeah. Okay, that's actually, you know what, Alex? That's pretty smart. Yeah, his name's Wilson. I thought you were referring to the movie Castaway, not Chuggington. of smoke and steam poured from his funnel into the cold air, and the fire's light shone brightly. If Henry is ever added to Wonders of Sodor, I know for a fact that the Flying Kipper needs to be a story. It's too iconic to not have. Then again, I expect the crash would look kind of off. Unless, of course, they just animate the crash on their own without using the game physics. Oh, okay, we're approaching. Brakes conductor, please! Wait, no. Why do I keep doing the higher pitched James voice? I prefer to do the deeper one. I don't know why. I think it really just gives me vibes to Ringo Starr. And again, don't know why. Because really, Michelangelos was the superior James. But then again, I also think Kerry Shale did a very nice job as well. Percy. Why did it...
As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle.
Really?
Oh no,
I didn't
said
hear a
James.
whistle.
It's Gordon.
Did you guys hear a whistle? Oh.
Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van? Asked Gordon. Oh, is that what passes as a special coach nowadays?
Dang, Gordon.
Puffed away, still laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way.
On your way? It's a mile further upriver. Why did I just reference Tugs? This is a Thomas game. Why am I referencing Tugs? Oh my god, could you all imagine if Tugs went on longer, or continued into today, and we got a Wonders of Sodor-like game? Like, Wonders of Big City Port or something like that? Could you imagine what that would be like? Actually, just thinking about that would be a cool concept. Like, because I already love Wonders of Sodor here. Imagine what freaking Wonders of Big City Port would be like. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yep, I'm not gonna... Yep, didn't stop in time. Honestly, at least so far, with what I am playing currently, this actually isn't too bad. Like, I think the problem with most of the stories in this game is that they feel a bit too generic, if that makes sense. But so far, I think the concept of James having to, like, befriend a van because he basically has to, that's a fun idea. So you know what? I'll give this story credit. I'll give the story credit. The story at least feels cool. I'm not saying I have any prejudice against the other games and stuff like that, or any, like, malice towards it, or just any type of negativity from the other stories in the game. It's just they feel a bit too, here's an example, like, the one we played before this, Gordon in the Van. Yeah, the one we played before this, Gordon in the Van. Or no, Gordon in the Troublesome Trucks. Yeah, that one's literally just like, Gordon, you have to do this because you... Gordon, you have to do this because you have to. I don't want to. You have to. Okay, fine. Then he actually pulls it. Then there's a bit of trouble. Oh no, there's trouble. And then the story just ends. Like, he solves it and stuff like that, but then the story just ends. Like, that, it feels a little too generic. But I think that this, so far, is honestly the best story I've played, besides the adaptations of the Railway series. And the TV series ones with, yeah, the Railway TV series with Jack Frost. Actually, of all TV series episodes, why was Jack Frost the story that was chosen? Like, am I the only one who finds that weird, or is it just me? I think that there were other episodes they could have chosen. Like, hey, maybe a season 5 story. Heh, 5. Why did I just make that joke? I'm sorry.
James soon arrived at Wellsworth Station. As the passengers began to board, he suddenly noticed the station master talking to someone with a large wooden box. "I'm sorry, but you can't bring this on the train," said the station master. "There isn't enough space. You'll need to wait for the mail train later tonight." "But I'm performing in an important concert," explained the passenger, "and I must get myself and my piano there on time." James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him. "Excuse me," he called, "but you could try putting your piano into my van. I'm sure it would fit.
Okay, I
would
like
mean
that.
You could get to your
That's a
concert
clever idea.
on time."
Not just James's idea, but the idea of that of James just so happened to have a van.
That's a
bit
wonderful
coincidental,
idea, James,
but
said the passenger.
you know what?
A clever
Yeah,
engine you are.
yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give
James
the
felt
writers
rather
that.
pleased with himself.
Walter, does the passenger look like Walter White?
"This piano is heavy," moaned the van. Why did we have to take it?
Hey, the
Do you
passengers
stop your
gotta have his
complaining?
piano, you know, because I mean,
puffed
he's
James.
performing a
All
concert.
this fuss over one wooden box. The piano is loaded now, so it's almost time for us to get going, said James to the passenger. So the passenger hurried quickly to their carriage, and moments later the guard blew his whistle, and James knew it was time to leave.
All right. There we go. Okay, you know what? Yeah, 35 is a decent speed. We'll just keep going this way. Speed now? Okay, Dodge. I love how Dodge is basically being my guide right now. See, that's the thing about this game. This game is just relaxing. Literally, all I'm doing is just driving these guys, and the atmosphere is nice too. Okay, yeah, I'm going way too freaking fast right now. What's your opinion on the upcoming I think, yeah, I guess while I'm here, I should also address my opinions on the new series. I'm gonna be honest, and I think the only thing people really want me to think about right now, or at least talk about, is the faces. I'm gonna use an example that my friend Will Tank Records used when he told me about it. Even though the faces do look off, and they just generally look weird, I will say this. I don't think they look too bad. I think the thing, and yeah, the example he used was, if fans of the Railway series could get used to the Thomas and Friends, like the model series faces, or I mean like specifically the classic series faces, then they can get used to the,
At the next station, Sir Topham
then
Hatt
they
was
can
waiting
get
for
used
James
to
arrive. He was
the new
surprised to
faces.
see a goods van in front of his
I mean, of
coaches.
course it does feel
He was just
wrong
about to
to
ask him
change
about
the face
when the
designs
owner
after
of the
so
piano
long.
came over to see him.
But I think I do see the
His
understanding
clever
that it's
engine
just
and his
starting
crew came
fresh.
to my
Oh, there's a
rescue,
painting
he
right there I
explained.
need to get.
They helped me to transport my piano in time for my band's
As for
concert
other
tonight.
opinions on stuff,
And
which I
James
think
offered
would
to
also
help.
include, like,
You
you know,
must be
Flynn's
very proud
the
of him.
road vehicle redesigns and Charlie's gender being
Indeed
changed.
I am, smiled Sir Topham
In
Hatt.
Charlie's
James,
case,
your
I
quick
actually
thinking
don't
has
have a
helped the
problem with
passenger
it.
in
I
need.
actually kind of
And
understand.
you've once again proven yourself to be a really useful engine.
Hell yeah, James.
Thank you, sir, puffed James proudly. Hey, what about me? Cried the van. I had to carry the piano. Sir Topham Hatt turned his attention to the van.
I hear you helped one of my passengers today, he said. So I must thank you as well. You are a very useful van
Consider...
indeed, and you've even given me an idea. Perhaps we should consider adding vans to all our passenger trains in future.
I mean, with a little bit of extra writing to it, I do think
Getting stuck to a
that
goods van wasn't such a bad thing
the
after
idea
all.
of this episode actually being an official
The
episode
van was pleased, but a little
and being a
embarrassed.
Christmas episode, I'm
He
sure it
wasn't
could
used
have
to
worked.
getting praise like this, and was looking
It
forward
probably would have had to be a bit
his
more
next
festive, but I think this could
passenger
work
train.
as an actual episode. Alright, so that was James in the van. Yeah, well done, James and Wilson. His name's Wilson. Alright, I think we'll do one more story. And, let's see, we got, yeah, we got Shunting Showdown, Jack Frost, oh shit, I haven't done Branching Out either. Yeah, so we got Branching Out, Emily and the Express, Jack Frost, Shunting Showdown, and First Class Engine. So we got quite a few stories to go. It's over in Ballyhoo. Ballyhoo's just an exploration, if that's what you meant. So yeah, which story should we do? Shunting Showdown, First Class Engine, Emily and the Express, Branching Out, or Shunting Showdown? Alright, we got one vote for First Class Engine. Alex, you just want me to do the James stories, don't you? Okay, we got one for Jack Frost. Anybody else? Do you want one of those two stories or a different one? I guess, somebody voted yeah. Hey, wait a minute, Alex. You already voted something. Both. You know what? Why not? Let's do both. Let's do Jack Frost and, First Class Engine. We'll do First Class Engine first. Or actually, you know what? Let's do Jack Frost first. Jack Frost isn't scary.
Jack Frost. One evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds.
There's a big freeze coming tonight, he said. James and Percy, I need you to deliver extra coal to the station.
Oh
Yes,
my
sir,
gosh, no way!
They said eagerly, and Sir Topham Hatt walked away.
The game's
You
version
better
of...
hurry, teased Thomas, or scary Jack Frost might get you. Who's Jack Frost? Percy said nervously.
Dude, this game's
Don't
version
be
of Jack
silly,
Frost got
sniffed
rid of the
James.
fluffy introduction,
Jack Frost
or
is
the
not
fluffy
scary.
exposition sequence at the beginning.
Yes, he is, teased Thomas. He's
Emily,
all
why are you
white
hit-
with a big
Oh my god, yeah,
spiky
wait,
face.
wasn't Emily introduced a season after this episode?
Rubbish,
Or
said
after
James.
the original episode? Yeah, she was a season 7 character, why is
James
she
knew
here?
Jack Frost wasn't scary, but poor Percy wasn't so sure. Later that night, James had collected his coal trucks and set off to make his deliveries.
Silly Percy, he thought. All steamed up over Jack Frost. The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can
look, I
get
can
back
just
to my
change his
nice
expression.
warm shed.
I can change his expression during the cutscenes. Jack Frost isn't scary, said James, but secretly he was a little worried. Now I heard from my friend Silver, well I mean you guys know Silver, he's been in a couple of my previous, he was in a few of my previous streams, but I will definitely say, apparently this story is this story doesn't end right, and I don't know what he means by that. I think I did hear somewhere that this was altered a little bit from the original, but I don't know how. But I will definitely say I love the nighttime visuals here. Like like the lights in the friggin' winter atmosphere. Like I love this. Okay, so I gotta go to Malibu. Also, sorry if the camera's shaking too much. Yeah, look at this. Like the lighting in this looks so cool. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a dizzy face. There we go, he's sleeping on the job. He's just sleeping on the job. That is forward. Sodor. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did make a creepypasta of Sodor. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's actually cool. I'm gonna light in the cab. I did not know there's a live action, and I don't watch my own movies, so. Scary Jack Frost. To be honest, I actually thought this was Percy. I actually thought that we would be driving Percy in this story. Oh, oh! Oh, man. Well, we crashed. We crashed. Woo! Crash. There you go, everybody. You got your crash. And now I gotta go all the way back. Ah, well. Fly. I'm at least gonna go at 50, so as not to have that happen again. I mean, could be either one. No, it's James because he has a gold dome. Eagle does not have a gold dome, I remember from the original video he was in. Oh, you meant he was flying like an eagle? Okay, I see what you meant. I see what you meant there, though. I probably should have. Yeah, I thought you were referring to the old character Eagle from that one Thomas Fan video that I can't remember the name of, unfortunately. My favorite CGI episode is Wayward Winston. Because that one feels exactly like a classic series episode. But I also think, I have other ones too, like, Railcar and the Coaches. Actually, honestly, all of Daisy's episodes are really good. I know people say Daisy didn't work in CGI. I've seen some people say that she didn't work in CGI. But, to be honest, she was really well done. Oh, it's like, okay, sorry. To be honest, I'm in full screen right now, so I can't really get through, to any other apps. So, yeah, sorry, yeah, everybody, if it gets laggy, I'm sorry. She's in the last part of Jack Frost. Why? Why is she in the last part of Jack Frost? And I'm back at the start. Well now that I think about it, the stream's been going on kind of long. It's been going on kind of long. I think we'll call it stops here. We'll yeah, we'll continue. I might do this again tomorrow or later on during the week. Maybe. Yeah, and if I don't, maybe next week. We'll see. So yeah, that was me playing some stories from Wonders of Sodor, everybody. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, y'all.